Yo, what up?
你要见还是我
Yo, what up?
你要见还是我
It's Razor Pop lah!
On this episode of Razor Pop, it's all about local indie films. The number of local indie film productions are decreasing, but there are newbie directors who dare to buck the trend. Razor TV meets 3 of them. Okay, could you give me a take on the local indie film scene? Do you think it's vibrant enough? Do you think it lacks support?
I think it's pretty vibrant, the local indie scene here in Singapore. There are a lot of upcoming film directors, a lot of new films coming out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite hopeful, yeah.
Okay, as an expatriate, could you give your take on the local indie film scene? Do you think it is vibrant enough? Or do you think it lacks support?
Well, as far as what I heard from other graduate students from film schools, I think they lack of support. They learn a lot in school, but more on this advanced level, like when you're working in a huge production company. But the starting is always like you start with low production, and then you need support like with equipment or some sponsors. And I think that is really lacking. And I don't know many independent productions from Singapore, I have to say.
I think it's definitely vibrant and catching on. I think there are going to be a lot more films coming up from local filmmakers over here because the infrastructure is definitely in place. It's very easy to get equipment, it's very easy to get people to come in and work with you. It's just the cost. Then I think there are certain grants and certain other schemes that they have in place to help people. So I think since the infrastructure is there, I just hope more people would use it. And in terms of working and collaborating with local studios, we've spoken to a few and they seem to be quite interested in our next project as well. So hopefully that will work out.
Okay, so Singaporeans love watching movies, but local indie films not so much.
For one thing, Singaporeans, maybe I wouldn't say they're less sophisticated than other film goers in different countries. But generally, I think they just want some kind of approval that it's good, you know? If your film goes to an international festival and wins some kind of award, somehow they'll turn up by the hordes. And you know, I think most Singaporean film goers are actually quite open to new experiences, new films, even art films. But somehow to get them to the theatre, that's a difficult part.
I don't know, I won't be able to speak to that because I think there is a very strong movie watching, film watching culture in Singapore. But I'm not sure what the take-up is for local films or locally produced films. I do believe they have their own market and they do have support, but I'm not sure if it's comparable to, say, a Hollywood blockbuster that comes in. And of course, Singapore has access to all these movies within a week of their release in the States, or sometimes even on the same day. So in terms of competition, there's definitely a lot of strong competition from the Hollywood movies or even other foreign films.
But that's not all these directors have to say. Find out more in our next video.